everyone, this is Trish, author of A Face of Anxiety, and I'm sitting here with my girl Car, who I've been friends with for 11 years.
11 years.
She's an actress living in LA. She's on the series Happy, and we are rejoining and we're having a discussion about anxiety. So we had just left off about how you manage your anxiety and what your lifestyle is and things that you've used. So now I want to ask you, what are there any positives that you can say about having anxiety? Because we always talk about the negatives, but I really want to focus on the positives.
That's a beautiful question. The positives are endless. Yeah, and I say that because I genuinely actually believe that. I used to look at anxiety and there was no positives, but I see today that my anxiety is related to the fact that I'm empathetic. I care about things. I'm sensitive. I'm intuitive. I'm aligned. I am all the things that society says you're weak. You can't get anything done. You know, I am all those things, and all those things make me incredibly powerful. And I looked at those things as gifts.
I'm loving this conversation.
Yes,
this needs to be quoted.
Yes, yeah. And I realize that, you know, I'm an artist. I can't do my job without those things. And if that means that comes with me being anxious, then I will take that. Every lifetime I will take anxiety, because I can't be vulnerable, I can't be open, I can't relate to people, I can't give of myself and give of my heart. So I think there's so many positives with my anxiety.
I love that. I mean, I literally could not add anything to that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the best advice you'd ever received for dealing with anxiety? Like, if you had to pick like one thing that really stands out in your mind.
Yeah. I think you said it earlier in the last tape we just did. The best piece of advice I ever received was from my therapist. And my therapist was like, Carly, you can spend your whole life trying to disown this part of yourself and tuck it away and box it in and try and strangle it and kill it. But, you know, all the things that you want to do because you feel shame with it and embarrassment, or you can own it.
Yeah.
And say, this is a part of who I am, and every single part of who I am, I love fully, and I accept. And I was like, okay, but I don't feel like that, so I don't know how I feel. But I let that kind of sit with me, and after a while, I agreed with it. And I have made friends with my anxiety. I know in my mind, if anxiety looked like something, exactly what she looks like. And I welcome her and I say, hey, you're there. I don't pay that much attention to her anymore because she's no longer really a big deal in my life.
Right.
And the fact that I could sit here and talk to you and know that this is going on the internet and people are going to see it, it's like, it is so freeing. And I just feel like, own it. Whatever you have, own it without any question or shame or fear, because your life is going to be so much better if you do. And if people don't like that, then they're not for you. Those are not your people. Don't worry about it. The people who love you are going to love that you own yourself. They're going to love that you own your weaknesses. And weaknesses, I don't think we have those, or the different parts of you.
Right.
So I think that's the best advice, just to take full accountability and to accept yourself and accept your anxiety.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be fine.
It's going to be
There's
fine.
nothing to be ashamed of.
And then my favorite question to ask is, if you could give your younger, anxious self a message now, what would it be? I know it's a hard one. It gets emotional.
Yeah. And I would just say to her that it's okay. And I know that's probably the most simple advice ever, but I would tell her that you feel this way in this moment of time. This moment of time is not everlasting. Everything comes and goes. Everything is temporary. And, you know, if you just take a breath and have, you know, faith in yourself, you're going to be okay. And I think sometimes with anxiety, you just think you're not.
Yeah.
And you think you're going to be stuck in this place and that your life is never going to blossom. And I felt like that for a long time. I was like, I'm never going to fall in love. I'm never going to have a career. I'm never going to have a normal life. And I do. And so I would just tell her that, you know, you'll have all those things.
Yeah.
Just be patient with yourself. It's okay.
I love that. It's such a sweet message.
Yeah.
And I always say that Carly is a sunflower. She's always like bright and cheery and airy. So it's just, you know, you never know what people struggle with when you're younger. And it's hard to really go back and look at yourself and say like, hey, like, you're gonna be okay. Like, hang in there. Like,
Yeah.
we're gonna be all right. And I can relate to that. And I've talked to my younger self so many times, like, oh man, I just want to hug you. And
Yeah.
it's okay. Like, get it, you know. But we
Yeah.
never know, and you just kind of gotta live through it.
You gotta live through it, and you gotta just know that the best is yet to come, and to just really focus on keeping your mind right.
Yeah.
You know.
And I know you addressed your anxiety as a her,
Yeah.
which is interesting. I think I addressed mine as a he, actually. So if she,
Yes.
your anxiety was sitting right where I'm sitting right now, what would you say to her?
I'm not going to get emotional over this.
You can. We're in a safe space.
We're in a safe space. I would give her a huge hug, and I'd say thank you so much for all the life lessons you taught me, because you taught me how strong I am. You taught me how resilient I am. You gave me all the tools to recognize that I had these gifts that I'm proud of. And without you, those wouldn't be illuminated. So she has magnified the beautiful parts of myself that I love, and I would thank her wholeheartedly. And I'd hug, and then we dance, and then we go eat cake. And play with cats.
With cats. At a cafe. At a cat cafe.
Yes, exactly. That was. We would be. That's what friends do, and so we would do that. Yeah.
Well, this has been epic. I mean, I love hearing your story and holding
Thank
space
so
for
much.
you.
Thank you.
And, you know, for you to be able to come and talk about anxiety, which I'm assuming you've never done before.
Never in my life.
And I just really wanted to share, like Cara and I share so many experiences, and
Yeah.
we share so much of our lives and our fears. And, you know, my favorite quote is from Brene Brown. Vulnerability is not a sign of weakness, it's a sign of strength.
Yes.
And that's something I had to really learn, is to be vulnerable with those that I love, and especially with an audience. I mean, I threw a book on Instagram, and here we are. So
You are a very powerful woman.
so you just never know. So Carly, thank you. This
Thank
is
you.
so amazing.
I have chills.
I know. It's been such an emotional day.
Yeah.
So you can catch Carly on Happy, and it'll be on iTunes.
You can buy it on iTunes.
You can buy it on iTunes.
Watch it on Sci-Fi.
Apparently Delta also is filming it.
Delta's airing it.
Delta's airing it.
Yep.
And you play the wife of the
Villain.
The villain.
Yes.
I've watched it. It's amazing. So catch her there, and her IG is,
Official Carly Sullivan.
and she's got hysterical videos of her in the car every day. Those are her stories. And
my
yeah,
life.
so you can catch Carly on her IG. You can catch her on Happy. And just thank everybody for listening and tuning in. And we'll be back with more people, more talk on anxiety.
Yeah, thank you guys. It was a pleasure.